a baseball stadium in Suwon City, Gyeonggi-do Province. The air is filled with excitement as everyone's getting ready for the new season. Players are loosening up and practicing before the game. The stadium management team smooths out the ground. The analysts of the pro baseball teams prep their squads for the games. Loud cheers kicked off the opening game of the 2020 Pro Baseball League. Bleachers, which were usually filled with spectators, were completely empty. The KT Club has provided an online system so that baseball fans can cheer for their favourite teams online. The screens are filled with the passionate cheers of baseball enthusiasts. South Korea has changed after the COVID-19 pandemic, and we are starting a new normal era. The streets are completely empty at a popular tourist location. The coronavirus first broke out last December and spread all over the world at a rapid pace. Travel restrictions were implemented, borders were closed, and the social system has come to a halt. Governments from all over the world came up with quarantine measures and are doing their best to minimize the damage caused by the pandemic. The coronavirus is changing the world and the people.
2차 세계대전이 끝난 이후에 오늘날까지 가장 큰 충격을 준 사건이 아닌가라는 생각입니다.
The highly contagious virus is going rampant, heavily affecting the global economy. Most countries are expected to record minus growth, a first after the global financial crisis. The aviation industry is on the brink of bankruptcy, and the manufacturing industry has been shut down. The global economy crumbled into pieces.
I think that there are different organizations that are using this lockdown, the opportunity to rethink their entire business. I've been impressed especially by plans that I've seen being done by airlines.
The freedom of travelling and the happiness from our daily lives has vanished. We can no longer enjoy a well-rested vacation, and a majority of the stores have closed. Social distancing has become a part of our lives as people are afraid of getting infected. Going to work every day has also become difficult.
So I think that's a very big change in how the work culture will look, as a result of the pandemic. A lot more remote working and digital solutions for a lot of activities.
People have begun working from home, and they use the non-face-to-face method in purchasing products. We are facing a new change caused by the coronavirus. We call it new normal. Our lives have become a catastrophic whirlwind caused by the pandemic. The social system all over the world has been shook up by this unprecedented virus. But a crisis can actually become a new opportunity. We're in a post-COVID-19 era, and South Korea is turning this global crisis into a new opportunity.
포스트 코로나가 상당한 우리 경제 위기를 가져오고 있지만 우리가 이걸 어떻게 활용하느냐, 하느냐에 따라서 이 위기가 상당한 기회로 작용을 할 가능성이 높습니다. 그것은 우리가 이제 어떻게 지금 4차 산업 기술을 더 발전시키느냐가 이제 관건인데요. 지금 우리나라와 모든 경쟁 기업들이 똑같은 위기를 맞고 있습니다. 그래서 이 위기를 극복하지 못하는 많은 이제 경쟁 기업들이 시장에서 도태될 가능성도 크기 때문에 우리가 여기서 생존을 하고 기술 격차를 더 벌려 나갈 수만 있다면 분명히 코로나 이후에는 이제 우리한테 기회가 될 거라고 생각을 합니다.
The coronavirus has brought about social distancing and it's now become natural to opt for non-face-to-face methods and video conferences. We're getting used to communicating with others without meeting face-to-face. This form of communication is implemented in most areas of society. Online and non-face-to-face education is all the more necessary for students who cannot go to school. The Korea Ministry of Education began online lectures for universities in mid-March. Elementary schools, middle and high schools soon began holding online classes. Some of the online classes are pre-recorded while others are held real-time. Online lectures aren't difficult to set up as South Korea is establishing a digital infrastructure made up of a 5G nationwide network and public Wi-Fi. It's possible for all the households in the nation to access online lectures through the internet network and Wi-Fi. Another change caused by the coronavirus is the fact that people are spending more time at home as they abide by the social distancing campaign. Mobile and online consumption has increased drastically compared to the pre-COVID-19 days.
디지털 트랜스포메이션입니다. 과거의 모든 사업 활동이 어찌 보면 오프라인, 어찌 보면 아날로그였다라고 하면 이게 디지털과 온라인으로 연결되고 전환된다라고 하는 부분인데요. 이야기는 어렵게 들릴 수 있지만 실생활에 이미 많이 퍼져 있습니다. 잘 알고 계신 것처럼 저희가 오프라인, 기존에 사용하고 있던 것들이 온라인으로 넘어오면서 많은 변화를 겪고 있는데요. 이미 경험하고 계신 것처럼 저희가 유통, 이제 상점을 방문하지 않습니다. 저희는 모바일로 이용하고 그 다음에 인터넷으로 주문을 하게 되죠. 그래서 유통은 이미 이커머스 그리고 배달 서비스 등으로 바뀐 지가 오래됐고요. 그런 부분들이 금융도 마찬가지로 더 이상 은행을 방문하지 않고 모바일 뱅킹 그리고 핀테크로 넘어가게 되고 엔터테인먼트도 미디어 스트리밍과 같이 많은 부분들이 바뀌고 있습니다.
Bain & Company predicted that we'll see a long-term growth momentum maintained after a short-term surge in online delivery services, online education and e-commerce. Consumption has also changed drastically after COVID-19. Middle-aged consumers used to enjoy offline shopping at department stores and supermarkets, but now they are slowly switching to online shopping. Even consumers in their 70s who aren't computer-friendly have begun buying things online. The number one company in the distributing industry has changed due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Coupang, a leading e-commerce retailer, came in first place with 3 million orders per day. Out of all the e-commerce companies, Coupang received the most number of orders because of its rocket delivery service. Consumers are satisfied with receiving fresh ingredients through Coupang's nationwide early morning delivery service.
애기와 밖에 나가서 장보기가 좀 어려운데 손쉽게 이제 뭐 좋은 품질의 제품들을 충분히 어플을 통해서 이제 구매를 하고 소비를 할 수 있기 때문에 그 점이 가장 편리한 것 같습니다.
Ua Brothers, a delivery service company, operates the non-face-to-face order service called Pemin Order. This company recently started a new delivery service during the COVID-19 outbreak. It's Dilly Tower, an autonomous delivery robot which is currently on trial at the coffee shop in the office building. Dilly Tower is a self-charging robot that uses the travel path saved in its database. It's a smart delivery robot that delivers food and beverages to consumers. It's automatically connected with the elevator so it can get on and off the elevator. It's an innovative non-face-to-face delivery service that's welcomed by those who do not want to come into contact with others. Consumers can pick up their orders by pressing in the last 4 digits of their cell phone number to open up the little box in the robot.
사실 코로나 이후로 굉장히 많은 분들이 문의를 주고 계셔서 피부로 좀 느끼고 있습니다. 예를 들면 이제 해외 같은 경우는 이런 실내 배달 로봇에 대한 수요가 이미 굉장히 많아서 수천 대 이상 보급이 된 상황이에요. 국내는 아직 시장의 초기 단계인데요. 저희가 아직 상용화를 하기 이전임에도 불구하고 이미 30곳이 넘게 그 기업체와 건설사 등에서 많은 문의를 받고 있습니다. 앞으로 한 2, 3년 후에는 이런 것들이 뉴 노멀이 되면서 배달 로봇을 실내에서 흔히 마주 볼 수 있는 날이 올 거라고 예상하고 있습니다.
Compared to other countries, South Korea was able to promptly change its methods in shopping, education and culture as this Asian nation experienced the IMF financial crisis. The internet network, which Korea set up as a part of the New Deal to overcome the IMF financial crisis, became the foundation. A high-speed communications network established to overcome the crisis propelled South Korea to become an IT powerhouse. That's what helped the country come up with prompt measures during the COVID-19 outbreak. COVID-19 brought about a non-face-to-face era, and mobile companies are in the spotlight thanks to the high-speed communications network. South Korea remembers that a shocking crisis can lead to a bigger opportunity.
처음에 모바일 혁명이 대두되었을 때는 아무래도 편리함이라는 것이 핵심 가치였을 거고요. 이것이 최근으로 오면서는 재미, 펀이라고 하는 요소가 더해지면서 굉장히 젊은 층을 중심으로 해서 모바일 문화가 확산되었습니다. 근데 이번에 코로나 사태가 터지면서는 여기에 모바일이 생존의 어떤 핵심 역량, 핵심 조건으로 대두가 되었다라는 점에서 다시 한번 큰 어떤 변화의 계기를 맞고 있는 것 같습니다. 마스크 앱이라든지 또 재난 기본소득의 어떤 지급이라든지 이런 것들이 다 모바일을 기반으로 해서 이루어짐으로 해서 이제는 상대적으로 연령층이 높은 중장년층이라든지 고령층들도 모바일을 사용할 줄 알아야 되겠다라고 하는 그런 어떤 니즈도 더 커지면서 관련된 시장이 빠르게 성장할 것으로 보여집니다.
The usage of the fourth industrial revolution technology has become mandatory after the COVID-19 outbreak hit the world. People are adjusting quickly to the new changes. Seoul 50 Plus Foundation, an affiliation of Seoul City, provides a remote education curriculum on the usage of smartphones to middle-aged people who aren't familiar with online and mobile content.
자, 안녕하세요. 삶이 편해지는 스마트폰 생활재난 저희가 수업을 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 우선은 제가 요청을 좀 하나 드리고 싶어요.
Middle-aged people are eager to learn how to use smartphones and the latest technology as they want to be a part of the changes during the post-COVID-19 era. Instructors and the production team work hard to teach the practical aspects of smartphones. This lecture helps students comprehend the diverse functions of KakaoTalk, a mobile messenger service. Middle-aged people face new challenges as they boost their abilities to use mobile technology, which has become a core strategy during the post-COVID-19 era.
준비하면서 가장 걱정했었던 거는 선생님들이 잘 따라오실 수 있을까? 강사 선생님이 빨리 준비하실 수 있을까? 이런 것들을 고민했었는데 실제 저희가 기우였던 생각이 들어요. 그래서 선생님들이 정말 적극적으로 참여를 하시고 생각보다 빨리 적응하시고 그리고 끝까지 강의를 즐겁게 참여하셨습니다. 그래서 앞으로 하반기에나 아니 이후에도 실제 교육뿐만 아니라 아니면 뭐 커뮤니티라던가 아니면 다른 사업, 봉사나 일이나 이런 50플러스를 위한 다양한 사업을 준비할 때, 진행할 때 앞으로는 비대면이 사실 선택이 아니라 필수가 될 거라고 생각이 들고 이걸 계기로 기관과 우리 50% 선생님들이 미래와 함께 성장하는 어떤 큰 발판이 될 거라고 생각합니다.
COVID-19 has brought about new changes for office workers who used to commute to work every day. Office workers have left their tightly packed offices to work from home as part of the social distancing campaign. People begin their day with video conferences and hold face-to-face meetings only for necessary tasks. Until now, working from home was only for certain occupations, but now many different professions opt for this method.
많은 기업들이 셧다운을 하고 재택 원격 근무를 도입하다가 다시 정상 상태로의 복귀를 준비하거나 이미 진행을 하고 있습니다. 그렇지만 이 시점에 중요한 것은 복귀라고 하는 것이 과거 방식으로의 복귀가 아니라 새로운 방식으로의 전환의 기회로 삼아야 한다라고 하는 것인데요. 영어로 한다면 new way of working, 즉 old way of working으로 복귀하는 것이 아니라 new way of working으로 전환해야 한다라고 하는 부분인데요. 많은 기업에서 이 인력들이 항상 출퇴근을 해서 항상 모여서 작업할 필요가 있나라고 하는 것에 회의를 갖기 시작했고 새로운 시도를 하기 시작했고 성공을 경험하기 시작했습니다. 근데 다만 코로나 문제가 해결된 다음에 다시 돌아간다면 우리는 똑같은 노동력을 똑같은 비효율을 창출하면서 사용하고 있을 가능성이 있는데요. 이러한 시간과 공간의 제약을 뛰어넘을 수 있는 교훈, 이런 부분들을 받아들일 필요가 있습니다.
MICE events and outdoor festivals which have been scheduled beforehand have been cancelled or postponed because of the coronavirus. More and more people are communicating online instead of holding outdoor gatherings. BioKorea 2020 is a prominent health-related international convention in Asia. This year's event was held online. 360 degrees virtual reality is used to introduce products and companies in the virtual exhibitions. Various techniques like digital scanning and animation are used to promote the event. Foreign lecturers and buyers who are hesitant about coming to Korea due to COVID-19 held online presentations and meetings to secure new businesses.
어떻게 보면 지금 이번에 코로나의 경험으로 모든 산업이나 모든 생활면에서도 느끼셨겠지만 대면보다 비대면을 통한 어떤 산업 발전, 경제 발전을 꾀해야 되는 경험치를 가지셨을 거라고 생각을 합니다. 그래서 이 부분에 코로나가 저희가 이번에 하나도 한 번으로 그칠 것 같은 생각은 전혀 안 들고요. 이런 부분들이 몇 년 내에서도 또다시 발생을 한다고 하면 그때 상황에서 지금과 같은 상황의 첫 경험이 아무래도 그때에 대해서 경험치가 돼서 될 것 같은 생각이 들고 이 부분의 상황에 대한 경험치를 발전을 시켜서 평상시에도 비대면으로 비즈니스장을 멀리 떨어져 있는 어떻게 보면 해외에서 한번 여기까지 오신다고 하는 거가 경비 지출 면에서도 만만치 않은 상황이거든요. 이런 부분을 통해서 계속 자연스러운 비대면을 하시지만 거리상으로 시간적인 제약이 떨어져 있지만 항상 비즈니스를 하실 수 있는 장을 마련해 줄 수 있는 제가 경험치가 쌓이고 있는 시기라고 볼 수 있을 것 같습니다.
New normal has become a part of our lives during the post-COVID-19 era. We are beginning to see things which we had never imagined before the pandemic. For the first time in the global sports industry, the Korean Pro Baseball League began the new season without any spectators. This is a new form of non-face-to-face contact, and the global community welcomed this new change.
Yeah, I think the thing that stands out most to me about it is you would ordinarily, I think, look at an empty stadium and feel a sense of sadness, but it's such a step toward a return to normalcy that I think the average person looks at that and thinks they don't have fans there yet, but there will be fans there someday. And that's such a promising step for all of us, especially as sports fans, to be able to see. The one thing that I love that I know the KBO has done is putting stuffed animals in the seats and putting cardboard cutouts in the seats. And one of my favorite things is I think the NC Dinos have kind of started a partnership with some of the minor league baseball teams in the United States. They have cutouts of the mascots of the teams in the United States sitting behind home plate, which has been so great for fans over here to see and makes us all feel connected.
Foreign sports channels reported the opening game, saying that South Korea's love for baseball has beaten the coronavirus. South Korea used advanced technology to find a new way to enjoy baseball without any spectators during the post-COVID-19 era. The world, which had come to a halt because of the pandemic, is slowly coming alive.
무관중 경기를 통해서 그 새로운 시대, 뉴노멀 시대의 그 프로야구가 팬들한테 다가갈 수 있는 어떤 새로운 그 기술, 툴들, 마케팅 기법 그런 부분들을 만들어가는 시작의 단계라고 생각을 합니다. 이 무관중 경기를 통해서 그 야구장을 못 찾아오시는 그 야구 팬들한테 그 새로운 어떤 마케팅, 재미있는 재미 그런 것들을 만들어내는 각 구단들과 KBO가 같이 노력을 해서 그런 부분들을 찾아내고 앞으로 코로나 대책 이후도 그 새로운 기술을 통해서 그쪽에서 직접 야구장에 오지 못하는 팬들한테 재미있는 것들을 줄 수 있는 어떤 콘텐츠를 개발하는 그런 기간이 아닌가 싶습니다.
Hazard lights from automobiles have replaced clapping and enthusiastic shouts. One local government held a drive-in concert for those who are wiped out by the prolongment of COVID-19. Cultural and arts performances have come to a halt, but people can enjoy live performances in their cars. We are slowly adjusting to the outbreak by finding alternative ways to enjoy ourselves. Instead of outdoor sports, more and more people are turning to online streaming games. They are alone, but they enjoy the company of others through online cultural content and consumer culture. The entertainment media market is also seeing new changes. Non-face-to-face method is also affecting content consumption. Artists have gone online to communicate with their fans. A new kind of a performance culture has been formed. Music and video transmission is possible without delays thanks to 5G and communications technology. Advanced technology has opened up new doors in the cultural sector. Real-time collaboration with foreign artists on the other side of the world is now possible through remote recording technology.
지금 테이크를 킵을 하고. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Artists are holding non-face-to-face concerts using various stage technology like AR and VR. They are communicating with their global fans through performances which are not restricted to time and place. Non-face-to-face concerts are expected to be a futuristic service and not a substitute for past concerts.
네, 기술의 발달과 적용을 통해서 전 세계 아티스트들이 협업을 하는 게 아주 쉬운 세상이 됐습니다. 저희 역시 미국의 이제 MTV 언플러그드 같은 라이브 방송을 언택트 기반의 공연장에서 개최할 계획을 가지고 있고요. 그리고 소리아의 신국악, 그러니까 소리아의 대중적 국악과 전 세계 아티스트들 간의 협연으로 그래서 글로벌로 통용될 수 있는 새로운 음악 코드를 제시하고자 합니다.
Soria Band is active as the promotional ambassadors of Korean culture. The members used to travel around the world and perform in front of the audience. Concerts have come to a standstill due to COVID-19, but they are interacting with their fans through non-face-to-face methods. The members plan to stay in touch with their global fans through various ways. Along with non-face-to-face concerts, they are producing and planning to distribute TV shows to the world through Netflix and other OTT services. New businesses are in the works, as well as collaborations with cities for regional development. The production company focuses on the content and developers are in charge of global marketing. They find new investors and set up an overseas communication system in accordance with a business extension strategy. Culture and technology have fused, and the behavior patterns of consumers and distributors have changed during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Many people say that COVID-19 will reduce international exchanges. But I think, on the contrary, that there will be many other forms of communicating through video, audio, and other senses. And that it will also be an environment in which related technology and services can be more and more developed and activated. This should be our attitude toward the era of the untapped.
Amidst the COVID-19 chaos, South Korea is seen in a new light.
한국 경제는 그동안 코리아 디스카운트 현상으로 우리 실력보다 저평가되어 왔습니다. 그러나 이번 코로나 사태에서 보여지듯이 K-방역은 글로벌 모범 사례로 인정받고 있으며 의료용품, 소비제품 등에서는 코리아 프리미엄 현상이 나타나고 있습니다. 또한 그동안 우리나라의 대표 브랜드였던 한류는 K-팝, K-드라마 중심에서 K-바이오, K-스포츠로 더욱 확대되고 있습니다. 우리 경제는 이번 코로나 사태로 맞이하게 된 코리아 브랜드 코리아라는 기회를 더욱 발전시켜 보다 확장된 신한류의 흐름을 창출해 나가야 할 것으로 생각됩니다.
The Korean government and the citizens worked together once the pandemic hit the country. Korea was better prepared for the coronavirus with prompt measures as it experienced the 2002 SARS and 2015 MERS outbreaks. South Korea saw a greater need for more specialists in infectious diseases. Hospitals around the country became equipped with over 1,000 sound pressure isolation rooms. K-quarantine received international spotlight thanks to the ICT-based epidemiological quarantine system, a well-equipped medical system, and drive-through testing centers.
Korea needs to become a creative society in the sense of becoming a world leader. Not the world leader, but a world leader. And I think that Korea has this possibility better than almost any country in the world. At the present time, Korea is, as we say in Hawaii, no ka-oi. Everyone loves it. They think it's fantastic.
So I think South Korea, as a leader in medical technology, has quite a big role to play to help other countries with technology solutions, and also to help other countries with establishing high-quality medical equipment production and also production of pharmaceuticals. So in all of these areas, I think medical technology is going to become more important as a key export from South Korea.
Korean bio industries are in the limelight along with K-quarantine, which has become an international standard with transparent and clear quarantine measures and public awareness. A diagnosis kit by a Korean company is receiving interest for its swift and accurate results. Prompt diagnostic tests help in preventing the rapid spread of contagions. South Korea uses diagnostic kits to do swift and accurate tests. The coronavirus diagnostic kits developed by I1 Bio are a part of molecular diagnosis. LAMP PCR methods, which are very sensitive and specific, are used to develop diagnostic kits. Clinical tests have been completed in over 30 countries and received positive results. Future orders are expected to go over the 10 million mark.
긴급을 요하는 상황에서는 신속하고 정확한 진단 키트가 무엇보다 필요한데요. 조기 발견해서 치료를 해야지 치료율이 높아지기 때문입니다. 기존 항체 진단은 진단 속도는 빠르지만 정확도가 떨어지고 PCR 진단법은 정확도는 높지만 진단 속도가 느리다는 단점이 있습니다. 저희는 램프 PCR 방법을 이용해서 빠르면서도 정확한 진단법을 확립했고 임상에서도 좋은 결과를 도출해내고 있습니다.
Korea's Health Insurance Review and Assessment Service held a video conference back in June with around 90 experts from 3 countries. This conference was held to share strategic measures against COVID-19 with Asian and European countries. President Kim Sun-min of the Health Insurance and Assessment Service oversaw the conference. She talked about Korea's health and medical systems as well as the international transportation service. She also explained Korea's systems for managing patients' records, monitoring sound pressure isolation rooms, and confirming repeat purchases of face masks.
Korean national health insurance is very unique in the world. First of all, I would like to stress the single unified payer system. Within the umbrella of the single unified health insurance system, all the patients with the COVID-19 can be easily treated by the healthcare facilities without cost or charges. And thanks to the single payment system, all the information can flow very efficiently and very easily without any barriers, which enables the government and the patients control the disease's outbreak and the spread.
The coronavirus is affecting the entire world. Korea succeeded in setting up a strict quarantine through personal quarantine and public awareness. It's become a part of our lives to abide by the social distancing measures, wear masks when out in public, and frequently wash our hands. Could that be it? We live in a world dominated by an uncontrollable epidemic. Korea Centers for Disease Control and Prevention stated that there's a low occurrence of contagious diseases like the flu, chickenpox, and pneumonia, which are popular during the summer. The KCDC stated that patients for 7 acute respiratory diseases have decreased to 3 compared to last year's 2,046. There is also a drastic decrease of flu patients. The ratio of suspected cases out of 1,000 people dropped to 2.4 patients compared to 37.3 of last year. The number of pneumonia patients were tallied from 13 surveillance medical laboratories. Pneumonia patients dropped to 22 this year. The number of chickenpox patients saw a 67% drop to 3,764 this year compared to 11,568 last year. COVID-19 has changed the fundamental basis of our lives. This pandemic has transformed the social system as well as the medical, economic, corporate and educational industries. We continue to work hard to resume the lives we had before COVID-19, but it looks like it's almost impossible to return to a past way of living. Our everyday lives have collapsed and we are faced with an uncertain future filled with drastic changes. But we will change this crisis into an opportunity and start anew.
이렇게 밖으로 나오는 것에 대해서 사실 고민은 좀 많이 했어요. 옛날 같으면은 가볍게 날씨가 너무 좋다 밖으로 나가자 이랬었는데 지금은 오늘 나가도 될까라는 생각이 먼저 들더라고요. 그래서 그런 게 좀 바뀐 게 아닐까. 옛날엔 당연하게 당연히 날씨 좋으니 한강으로 가자 이랬었는데 오늘 괜찮을까? 오늘 마스크 챙겨야 되겠지? 이런 생각? 이렇게 바뀌었던 것 같아요.
바이러스 이전에는 저희가 만남이라든지 뭐 외출을 정말 당연하게 생각을 했는데 이제 지금 같은 경우에는 가족들과 그리고 친구들과 만남이라든지 외출이 정말 소중하게 느껴졌고 그리고 이렇게 숲이랑 한강에 나오는 것에 대한 감사함을 느껴졌어요. 그리고 업무 같은 경우에는 원래 저희가 비대면 업무가 있었지만 이 바이러스로 점점 더 비대면 업무를 가속화시키고 활성화시켜서 저희도 이제 그 업무 시스템에 적응해 나가야 하는 삶을 그려나갈 것 같습니다. 그래서 이 바이러스 위기를 저희가 기회로 여겨서 전화위복처럼 삶이 그려졌으면 좋겠습니다.
코로나 사태를 처음 접했을 때 굉장히 두려웠습니다. 저희가 재택근무라는 새로운 형태의 근무도 처음 시행을 해봤고 그 재택근무를 진행하면서 아이들을 보면서 또 일도 해야 되는 그런 새로운 환경에 저희가 접하게 되었고 또 팀원들과도 다양한 온라인을 통한 소통을 진행하면서 일을 해야 되는 경험을 했습니다. 그 시간이 상당히 두려웠고 또 어렵기도 했지만 그렇게도 업무를 처리할 수 있다는 새로운 경험을 하는 시간이 되었습니다. 저희가 굉장히 다양한 어려움들을 국가적으로 겪기도 하고 이겨내기도 했던 것처럼 이 코로나 사태도 동일하게 이겨낼 수 있을 거라고 확신을 하고 저희의 근무 역량이나 업무 역량, 그다음에 삶의 역량이 굉장히 좋아지는 그런 기회가 되리라고 생각합니다.
Mankind has always overcome crises and opened up new opportunities. We will overcome the changes and fear caused by the pandemic. We can prepare for a better tomorrow using the experiences we had gained as a foothold. Despite the contagion, we can take a step closer to welcoming a new life. We are in a new normal era as we combat the coronavirus pandemic. We will be able to form a new standard for all mankind.